Long before time had a name, the Spinjitzu masters of... Wait a minute, that's the wrong intro. Big Al, the legend we all know and love, with his various misadventures, from getting violently assaulted by an older woman, to having no ankles, no Dryosaurus, and probably no water cause this guy feeds on nothing. But under Big Al the monster, there was Big Al the man, nay, Big Al the Allosaurus. Being stuck in the trenches of Cheyenne, Wyoming gets to your head, man, which is something Big Al never got from the Ceratosauruses. Starting off as a chud, his father was an addicted drinker and was eventually found dead in the salt flats, surrounded by piles of dead drinkers, and thus, Big Al's mom, LaQuisha, had to fend for herself and children, with it being a dangerous world out there, from Ornitholestes to Marshallsaurus. And yet, LaQuisha and Big Al managed, along with his 420 other siblings, until LaQuisha was found dead on the side of a future Walmart, and little by little, his siblings started picking off the weak amongst them, with the further pressure from a certain Ceratosaurus named Agent Milton, who started tracking Big Al and a few of the other survivors down, promising their safety if they turned in Big Al. And yet, none of them did, as they all had something Milton didn't: the power of friendship, and this gun they found. And with that, Big Al had taken his first victim, and with the gun in his hand, the power went to his head. One by one, his siblings went missing, until he was the only Allosaurus left in all of Cheyenne, and thus looking around him, pondering on what the next course of action should be. And then, an idea came to his mind.
I love Latinas, Sonic.
With something snapping that day. And thus, Big Al had realized that if he wanted all the Latinas for himself, he would have to kill everything in Wyoming. And thus, over the next 6 years, he went from watering hole to watering hole, salt flat to salt flat, taking every single dinosaur out. And he quickly conquered Wyoming, with the only major resistance being from the horde of drinkers. And when he finished, he looked out at his kingdom and fell asleep after a long day of work. But during his sleep, a sudden figure came out and called to him in a dream.
Big Al, it is I, Maraapunisaurus, a real dinosaur. If you want to find the true Latinas, you must head south and conquer the rest of the Morrison Formation, and find and kill the Ceratosaurus of Utah.
And thus Big Al left home and started the greatest conquest known to Allosaurus kind. As he headed south, there was more resistance from other dinosaurs, with the Camarasaurus herd of Climax, Colorado being especially troublesome. But as he conquered more, his skills grew, and once he got to Utah, he could feel the Ceratosaurus' presence, and with that, he felt the monster coming out. And when he reached Salt Lake City, he encountered the Ceratosaurus Council and demanded them to become his subjects. But they refused, and Big Al pulled out his Glock and shot Ceratosaurus Craig. And when the others noticed, the rest of them all came together and formed a mech to fight Big Al. But Al let the animal out that he had become, and the most deadly fight known to theropod kind had commenced, with the Ceratosaurus being strong enough to fracture his ribs. But once this happened, Big Al activated his Deadeye and shot all of the Ceratosaurus. And while he won, he was heavily wounded, leaving him weakened for the rest of his life. And during his recovery, he became more like his father, getting addicted to drinkers and, more importantly, becoming addicted to the website AlloHub. And with this, he found a greater appreciation of Latinas. But when he set off for his conquest, he wasn't fully recovered. And while the rest of Utah and Nevada were easy to conquer, rumors of another Allosaurus started floating around the kingdom. But Al didn't believe in this, as he killed all of his siblings years ago. But once he reached Oklahoma, the end of his campaign was in sight, with there being one more threat to his rule: Mark the Allosaurus, his only surviving sibling. And eventually, Mark stood for Big Al's arrival, and their battle was legendary, taking them across Oklahoma, destroying ecosystem after ecosystem in their wake. But eventually they made it to Colorado. Big Al, after 7 years of fighting, for the first time opened up to another dinosaur.
I am so lonely. All the other dinosaurs are scared of me. No one talks to me. No one wants to be my friend. They think I am unstable. They sent me from Salt Flat to Salt Flat committing atrocities in the name of Latinas. and as I get better at it, they fear me more and more. I am a victim of my own success. Big Al. I don't even get a real name. Just being big and an Allosaurus. I am capable of so much more and no one sees it. Some days I feel so alone I could cry. But I don't. I never do. Because what would be the point? Not a single dinosaur in the entire Morrison would care.
And after 2 more years of fighting, Mark the Allosaurus retreats, with Big Al being victorious, with his trek beginning back to Cheyenne, back where it all began. But during the night, the Maraapunisaurus of legends came back to his dreams.
How was wanking it, Big Al?
I have 2 holes now.
TMI, Brotato Chip. There is one more thing you must do for the Latinas. The last Stegosaurus lives in a small town called Jagwater, Wyoming. End his life as violently as possible, and your mission will be completed.
Thus, Big Al, wounded after his years of conquest, goes to take on his final target. And once he reached Chugwater, Wyoming, Micah the Stegosaurus was waiting for him, and Big Al grabbed his gun, but he ran out of Deadeye and only had 1 bullet left. And when he shot the Stegosaurus's plate, it ricocheted back onto his ankles. Thus, Big Al was no more. May I stand unshaken amidst a crash of worlds. Big Al is gone, but not forgotten. His story inspired some of the greatest writers of our generation to make Red Dead Redemption 1, 2, and so while Big Al is gone, his legacy influences us every day, and thus, the wolf may howl, but the hawk to us.